Another man is on his way in. This is 63-year-old William Dow, arriving for a date with a girl who told him she's 14.
Hey, you made it. Come on in. Hello.
He thinks the 14-year-old he's here to meet is Tanya Tex. That's the age and screen name used by a perverted justice decoy while chatting with him online. Calling himself Bob 75007, he tells the decoy he's who told him she's
Okay.
Back at our undercover house, another man is on his way in. This is 63-year-old William Dow, arriving for a date with a girl who told him she's 14.
Hey, you made it. Come on in. Hello.
He thinks the 14-year-old he's here to meet is Tanya Tex. That's the age and screen name used by a perverted justice decoy while chatting with him online. Calling himself Bob 75007, he tells the decoy he's married and then says, maybe I could keep her as a wife and have you for a girlfriend. The decoy pretends to be a virgin, so Bob 75007 offers up his services.
You could try whatever you wanted with me.
Like what?
Exploring each other.
Maybe.
That would be too much to hope for.
How come?
It would be very, very nice, and things like that don't come along very often.
In fact, the idea of a 14-year-old being interested in sex with a 63-year-old makes him suspicious.
As I was taking my shower, I got to thinking, what if this was a setup like a sting operation? I would be hauled away and forever labeled a sex offender. How can I be sure?
She allays his fears by telling him what she'd like to do with him sexually. So despite his suspicions and appearing to know it was wrong, he comes over anyway.
Well, I thought if we want to go out and grab something to eat, we can go out and do that.
Oh, no, I was supposed to stay here. I don't even think we should talk or something first, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he won't be getting to know our decoy any better.
Oops.
How are you this afternoon?
Pretty good. I probably figure I know who you are,
Why
right?
don't you have a seat right there, please?
Sure.
How you doing?
Good.
What are you up to today?
Well, I'm going to have a hamburger.
Hamburger. And who are you going to have a hamburger with?
Well, somebody by the name of Tanya.
Well, how long did it take you to drive over here?
30, 40 minutes, I guess.
30, 40 minutes. And along the way, did you think maybe this is a bad idea?
Yeah. Sure.
But you kept driving.
Yeah, like I say, curiosity got the better of me.
Curiosity. What, curiosity to see what it would be like to meet a 14-year-old girl home alone?
Partially. I was stupid. I knew it was a setup.
But help me to understand it, though. If you knew it was a setup...
I know. Why am I here,
Why would
right?
you even do it?
I know.
Bob 75007 says he's a professional photographer specializing in horse shows. Then he asks who I am.
You can come on
Would you
over.
identify yourself?
I'll get to that in just a minute.
No, would you identify yourself now?
I'm Chris Hansen.
And so you're not with law enforcement, you're with the TV station.
With Dateline NBC. Now, I want to talk to you just a little bit about this chat.
Mm-hmm.
You ask, can I be your boyfriend?
Okay, I think this conversation.
Well, as I told you, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC. We're doing a story on adults who try to meet children online.
He quickly heads for the door, while the Murphy police get into position and then make the arrest.
Police! Get on the ground. Get on the ground. On the ground. On the ground.
Face down.
Face down.
Okay. Roll up, sir. Roll up. Get up. Take him to the let's go.
He's then taken to the police station 2 miles away.
Anything on you?
The 63-year-old is searched and his personal items are removed. Police find an unusual rubber object with spikes. Everything is photographed. Later, he's led to the interrogation room. Before he's read his rights, he has a request.
Can I get somebody to call my wife because I've got a heart condition and she's going to be worried if she doesn't hear from me?
We can attend to that, sure.
Okay.
He signs an agreement to waive his right to have an attorney present and begins to answer questions.
What made you want to come over
Never
here
met
and
anybody before, actually.
have a hamburger with a 14-year-old child?
Yeah,
Doesn't that sound a little unusual?
sounds stupid.
Okay.
He tries to explain that he wasn't serious about the sexual things he said online. He claims it was more like a comedy routine.
And you transmit to Tanya, maybe we should have spent the night together.
I was joking.
And mine would not have been restful and yours would not have been boring? What?
I was joking. I have a tendency to be funny, and I make jokes of everything.
Did you intend to have sex with her?
I don't think so, to be honest.
You don't think so?
No.
The investigator then asks him about that unusual spiked object found among his personal belongings.
It had spikes coming off of it. What is that?
I don't remember now.
It's some kind of ring.
A finger indexer for clipping through papers?
No.
Well, that's what I got it for.
Where'd you get it?
I think I got that at an office supply store.
No, you didn't buy that at an office supply store. Maybe an adult bookstore or someplace like that? Is it some kind of stimulator?
I guess it could be. The more I think about it.
I think we both know. You brought that out here today when you went to meet this 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, it was probably just in my jacket.
Okay.
It was not intentional.
And one more interesting note about Bob 75007. He's former law enforcement.
I used to work in police work. That's why.
Okay.
Many years ago.
Were you a policeman?
Yeah.
How do we go from law enforcement to the chaplain?
I knew better. I did it anyway.